na Watanzania wawili na mimi nimechukua nafasi ya Hussein kuwepo nilikaona Watanzania wawili
kaguza tu kidogo hivi. Wakija saa zinakuja crate kwa lazima zije crate. Nasema kila mtu au jamani. 2000 USD. Kengele ni pesa. Ni kombo. Hiyo kengele hiyo ni progress. Ati nani itana? Ati ni pesa ngapi? Jamani.
Yes.
I see you, big man. I see you, big man. Thank you.
Let's say the money is fun.
Microphone check. Testing sound.
Refari kadhaa mbili kameingia hivyo. Leo ndio natulipia huko.
ABDULLAH, tetemeka huko.
Natafuta wateja, wewe unasema hii sura. Mimi nataka kukombe, sitaki pesa. Sura ni moja. 25. 20 plus this one.
Come on, man. Kill him. Yanaye baba ongeza umakini. Kurudia tutaki sana tunaijusi ile ndio tumezoea.
What last thing?
Weka mawe.
Kama Kamau mwenyewe.
Omba.
Uenda dola. Come on man.
Naga wapi? Jesse.
Weka mawe.
So close.
Eh?
Okay.
Umenipanga.
Weka mawe. Come on man.
Sisi mingia leo.
Nipe mtu nilezi na yeye.
Ile uko siria. Mimi ona, mimi uko siria. Omba kile.
Naweza cheza kama
Foto kipo. Lakini jana uko siria.
jana wewe ndio
Mimi nakwambia achana mimi. Mimi nilikuwa nimelewa.
mimi ndio nilishinda tu.
Mimi shida. Wewe ulishinda tu lakini nilipotea race. Makulwa. Mbili.
We are going to do, so the beginning we do 100K course, we do this for 11. We cannot do so much.
Sound check.
11 is enough.
Mic check. Abdullah check. Tanzania check. Ginte check. Malawi check. A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. From wherever you're watching, please confirm reception of audio.
Hey! Where's Chol? Chol should come here. Where's Chol? Come, Chol.
Come on, man, come on. Good.
Check.
Yes. Come on, boy. Come on.
Now, ever since the start of this tour, we get to watch the first ever African player to be named by his country as overall sportsman of the year. Now, the sports journalist body from Blantyre in Malawi did vote unanimously the player that is Stanford given Ginte as Malawian Sportsman of the Year 2025, and he's the first ever billiards player to achieve that feat. Today he gets to have a money match between another player that is thought to be the best that his country has gotten to offer, that is all the way from Tanzania. Is called ABDULLAH Hussein. For the consequence of $2,000, these two have agreed through their management teams, that is for Ginte, Big Kells, and for Hussein Snipers, to race to 21 for $2,000. I am having live stream with the same exact commentary on 3 platforms, that is Break and Finish Live YouTube, Peter Chove Live YouTube, as well as MCHANA Pool Crap YouTube, with the audio being presented to you by myself, Simon Peter Chove. I expect this one to take a maximum of 3 hours, but with even bigger suspicion that it could be less, because Hussein is an offensive player who is taking on one of the fastest players on the African continent, and that is Ginte. 3 frames played, all of which have been won by Ginte. It is Malawi 3 and Tanzania 0. Race to 21 for $2,000.
Rudi mali yako bosi, rudi.
Ukiongoza tutakuja kama ulivyokuja. Ukiongoza hata 2 na vipi tunakuja.
Now there's likely to be a lot of noise here, and I'm seated right in the midst of noise. It is the best streaming position I can get, because sometimes the Tanzanians can mean to be so loud, those that are supporting their players, and of course they are wounded lions. One of their players has lost a money match today. So actually that is Amadeus, who did lose the second match of the day to Ishmael Mtetwa, then the first saw a Tanzanian, that is Innocent Sami, win against Kenya's Patrick Mwangi. Please accept our apologies. This match is starting later than scheduled because the first match of the day between Sami and VP did take a lot of time. That race to 21 took close to 7 hours. That was the playing speed of the day. This one now is so far going at pretty much good speed. It is ABDULLAH who will be taking all the time he has to fight for one frame that should see him try to mount a comeback. For the two races that ABDULLAH has played so far, he has been the faster player from the start, and he has won them both against Ismail Mtetwa. This one will be the third. And for the neutrals, ABDULLAH does start as the match favorite. There has been a lot of side-staking, and for Ginte, it was one person side-staking for him, while the other guys were side-staking on the side of Hussein, most especially inspired by his two victories against Ismail. Now, Ginte himself did defeat Ismail about 3 weeks ago before flying to Nigeria, where he was having a tour, but he lost a match against Ismail as well. This one could see him win the 4th out of 4. He can really mean to play fast. Wanting to put red to the corner pocket top left. Maybe the last red on the table to the side pocket, either left or right, depending on his power balance. He goes for the left. May want to play the cue ball into the black, or maybe off the bottom cushion, such that he puts black to the side pocket on the left, where he's as well about to put the red. I want to think that could be his pattern, but the sharp on the red is a little too big. He has to use a right spin and has to use minimal power, such that cue ball, after bouncing off the cushion, it just drags to lose power. He could also put back to the corner pocket, bottom left, depending on power balance. Backspin into the bottom cushion, into the black, but missed the pot, which is the more important thing. The chance now goes to his opponent ABDULLAH to try and fight for the frame, to try and take it away, to try and win a first for himself. You are watching a $2,000 match, a third of the day out of 3 that have come all the way as organized here at MCHANA Pub and Grill, which is the center of attraction for the very first time. Not an official tournament, but just official gambling matches. A total of now close to 20 that have been coming your way for the last 2 weeks and still counting. This one is seeing the Tanzanian hopefully winning for himself a first of the match. Good queuing skills from the guy that has so far a 100% winning streak in terms of money matches. He will not want this one to be the first. He's losing and he's winning the first frame of the match. Abdullah Hussein ABDULLAH 1, and Stanford Griven Ginte 3, raised to 21 for $2,000. And for whatever reason, for most of the fans, most especially the neutrals as well, not exactly Malawians, not exactly Tanzanians, this is the match so far of them all that have been happening, in perhaps coming to their third dozen, the most anticipated of them all. First of all, Ginte is a very, very popular player. People like him because of how good he plays, how entertaining he is, but also taking into account the very good performances of ABDULLAH so far. He came in as the underdog against Ismail in both of the matches. The two played against each other, but won them both. One in a decider, one not even in a decider. But perhaps Ginte will not want to know he's having his own business to take care of. For the guy that has nowadays become resident in Kenya, also christened Kamau by the Kenyan pool fraternity, needing to put black to the corner pocket at the top left of the screen to try and record what will be his 4th out of 5. Ginte versus the black for one of the players gifted with potting a ball. Puts another ball, and an important ball. 5 frames played.
Now, but when I'm here,
Hapo uweke hela nyingi ubega kidogo. Sasa umepata hela. Naweza ongeza mbili. Sasa hizi ndio umepata. Naweza ongeza nyingi mbili. Ngoja ikie ficha. Why fearing? Why fearing? Na ufika kwa sababu yuko mbele hapo.
Once again, dear viewers, why this match is quite significant is the fact that this action, the tour of Kenya, in some kind of way started with Ginte after being signed by Big Kells, the management team from Oka in Nigeria. And after that, management got the player to have 2 tours of Nigeria. The first one a few months back, so the Malawian winning against Nigerian players. All of them, everybody that bore a Nigerian passport was defeated by Ginte, some of them with head starts, including the #1 ranked player in the country that is called Shehu. Of course, the Nigerian then did their homework. Then early this month, they invited him back. This time, he didn't have it all his way. He won some and lost some. Although he was head starting them, he also lost against the Ugandan, that is Hazard, who is still in Nigeria. A score that was, if I'm not mistaken, 11 frames to 8 or thereby. And I am dedicating this stream to some of the people that mean a lot to both these players. In the history of their careers. Manager Mindres, the guy that has groomed Ginte to the player that we are having today. I know that he's enjoying this action from Blantyre. He's the one that popularized and nurtured Ginte to the top-class African shooter that we had. The guy that was a street player about 3 years ago, now one of the best players on the African continent, also attracting the big sponsorship from elsewhere on the continent. And of course, the management of Q Masters that takes good care of ABDULLAH. He's clearly well managed the way he conducts himself. He's a very organized guy on and off the table, and he's one of the smartest players. When he does have a pool match, he's equally organized when playing pool as elsewhere in real life. But Ginte is giving him a very, very blood nose. The Malawian is going to be winning a 5th out of 6. He's starting off very fast, playing so well with his very good shooting skills that are seeing him winning the 5th. Black is sunk. Ginte 5 and ABDULLAH 1 and race to 21. Very, very early days. Too early to call, but then Ginte is starting better. I'm very sorry, Thomas Mbeva, Charlo. ABDULLAH is under snipers. He's actually called the sniper by some of the nickname. I apologize to the snipers management when I called him a Q Masters player. The Q Masters is Tanzanian management as well. I am very sorry. And thank you I've worked with the snipers before. People like Peter Makamba. For many matches that happened a few years back when Tanzanian players toured Uganda. Those include HUSSEIN, amongst others. And now frame number 7 is broken by Ginte, but it is broken dry.
How are you? Babu. How are you? Kuna kitu? Niko na hela. Hela, niko na. Sawa.
He's fighting hard, Dollar. Doing this, he doesn't want to let Ginte's lead grow bigger. Is a little bit out of sorts here. Even when you think a shot has been played well enough, this time he seems to have gotten a little bit lucky by the position of two of the yellows in relation to white. But can use this situation to his advantage here. With just one shot on the table, the frame now is now finishable. First spot, yellow to the side pocket on the left. And then another yellow to the corner pocket bottom right. If by putting the last yellow on the table, the cue ball is moved towards the top end where there is the black, he will have a chance as good as any to win the frame. These ones he puts with ease. With ease he sinks it in. I believe that he's going to put the yellow by rail drive to the corner pocket bottom right. Has to be wary of the cue ball, has got not to play it into the red, and has to play it with the right spin to avoid contact with the red as well as be on target. He may have played with a little too much power. Everything was done right besides the amount of energy, besides power balance. But still has a chance to win, most likely with a sharp cut of the black to the corner pocket top right. It is cuttable. It's the shot he's trying to play. The cue ball can go anywhere, but he will want to be on target here. He has very good focus as he aims and shoots and puts. White is safe. Black is sunk. Dollar 2, Ginte 5.
Na ona matoko hakuna niko hapa si jamlo hata kile kitu bana lazima tueleze watu lazima tueleze watu walete kwa na
Frame number 8, broken by Dula. Gets to break legal, gets to put a ball, gets to have a relatively good split of the balls. Most especially, in my opinion, the reds. But the pattern has to be quite good if he's to put and finish and win the frame. And for that reason, because there is a red that is right behind two yellows, he may as well be tempted to go for the yellows. He could as well close the table by playing yellow into red or play red into yellow, which is what he's trying to do, play red into yellow. If he puts the table, he closes the table playing yellows, which he does. The Tanzanian is on the yellows. And with this kind of situation, he has relatively one bad yellow on the table, the one that is closest to the bottom of the screen on the right. Here he comes as he contemplates a move. Look at the yellow that is close to the red. It's the reason he's playing not to pot. And packs his yellow. Now rendering Ginte's red dead. That is the red that is in between two yellows. And Ginte will want to play the cue ball into the dead red, which he does, but just doesn't pot. And the chance is even bigger for Abdullah now to take the frame away. He's leaving very good cue ball, which has a cut on it and to the yellow, which is bottomward, such that when he puts it to the corner pocket of bottom right, the cue ball is bounced off the left cushion and then goes rightwards all the way to the top end of the table, just like that. Very good from the Tanzanian, looking every step of the way, the guy that will be winning frame number 8. With now 2 yellows on the table, Ginte knows that this frame is gone away from him.
Make sure stay. Wanaume anakula kwa jasho.
All he's left with is put the last yellow on the table, have the cue ball bounce off the cushion, a little move it towards proximity to the black, which he'll be putting to the side pocket on the left. This one he would, even with the eyes closed. Abdullah versus the black for a third, and it's done. Break and finish, live on break and finish. Stanford given Ginte 5, Abdullah Hussein 3.
Much better.
I just hope that Ginte's so far success story does inspire dozens of young Malawian girls and boys to play pool. He's been such an inspiration so far. I first saw a team from Malawi last year playing at the Key Masters International Carnival in Dar es Salaam across the Tunduma border in Tanzania. Also the first time that I saw the ambassador of Tanzania in Malawi coming to grace the game. And there were lots of decent players all taking on the inspiration of Ginte. That's the time that I learned that Malawian pool is not just about Ginte, but no doubt he's the biggest star in the country.
Come on, man.
That player, that is the real star, whom I first saw in 2023. I do remember very well a match that was happening at the tournament that was the Billiards Cafe Classic competition in Lusaka in Zambia. And with Malawi being neighbors with Zambia, he always roamed into Zambia just to hustle them, Zambian players, just to play money games, not official ones, those undercover matches, just to make money from them. until Mindres told Ginte that, you know what, Ginte, you are more than just a pool hustler. You can become a professional player. He surprised everybody. The first round he saw him beat Uganda's Glorious Senyonjo, who was a member of the then Uganda national team, by 9 frames to 2. I didn't stream that much, but I did ask Glorious after the game that how comes that unknown player has beaten you with that kind of scoreline. Glorious told me, Peter, the guy was potting everything. I started having an eye on him. Everybody else was not considering him that much. Before we knew it, he was in the quarterfinals, beating everybody that was there to be beaten. He then reached the first life semi-final, did beat the Ugandan Ibrahim Sejimba. And then that Ugandan who was Ibra, who was then the tournament's defending champion, did use his second life to qualify into the grand final. He was then beaten by the same player, Ginte, a little more convincingly for the tournament that Ginte participated in for the very first time of asking, and then won it. Since then, he has never looked back as one of the top players on the African continent, reaching the finals of the Queen's Sports Club double elimination competition in Malawi, and also reaching the last 8 the year prior. Now everybody knows him. He's not just a Malawian star, he's a continental star of pool, and will be playing as many of such continental activities as possible, official matches in different sports as well as organized competition. For the first time in the match, Ginte has gotten to miss black relatively unexpected and is going to be punished by the Tanzanian, that is Abdullah, who will be putting red, that is leftwards of the 2 to the corner pocket top left, with stop effect on the cue ball to remain perhaps exactly where the red is. It has to be stop effect, like aims and pa. The rest is a formality. Stanford given Ginte 5, Abdullah Hussein 4. And in the meantime, as a matter of announcement, perhaps you all saw Eshka and his management, Nevson Select from Harare, getting interested in what is happening in Kenya. For him, he decided that everybody who bears an African passport can come and play with me. Racing to 21 for $3,000 US pot. It can only be played on home and away basis. He also suggested that the first legs be played in Harare. Now, he was not going to get these guys not respond to him. The very first player to get a response from Eshka was the South African Jeremiah Naido Ganda. Just after discussing for a few days, as I speak, he's now resident in Harare, has arrived this afternoon and is going to be taking on Eshka this coming Wednesday at the Escalating Pool Arena in Harare. That will be a race to 21 for $3,000 US. Thereafter, Jerry will want to rematch with Eshka. This time, Jerry hosting here in Kenya. That one will be on Tuesday next week between the two. And by Jerry coming here, even Kelvin is picking interest. He cannot stand it when other players are shooting and he's watching, when he has management, when he has money to spend. So Kelvin has booked this afternoon a flight with Ethiopian Airlines and will be resident in Kenya on the evening this coming Wednesday. For him, even head starts could be in order for some of the guys here. As Ginte misses, and once again misses big. One thing that I have about suspicion from Ginte is his temperament in long races. He's a very fast player. He goes for the game right from the word go. Normally, he's at his maximum lethal best when the races are shorter. In fact, the best performance in an unofficially long race that I've seen from him is when he won a race against Ishmael about 3 weeks ago here. And then Ishmael got to win the rematch before Ginte flew to Nigeria. Of course, Ginte does have unfinished business with the Ugandan, that is Ibra Sejema, who is watching this action at the venue and wants a piece of Ginte. With pending confirmation, the expectation is that Ibra will be having a match against either of these two. That is whoever is interested the most and whoever can afford the most. In a match that is seeing Hussein having been outplayed in the first 5 frames, seemingly the one that is outplaying his opponent in the next 5. This one is going to be a pretty potting competition. These players will not be going for defense. You will not be seeing so many safeties. You'll just be seeing them go for frame after frame after frame. How good will the cue ball be? He wants it at the bottom end of the table. That one will be less than satisfactory because the movement of the cue ball is hampered by one of Ginte's reds. As a matter of recovery from Hussein, he will want to put yellow to the side pocket on the left in some kind of way. Move the cue ball all the way bottomwards where there is a barred yellow, pretty much a frozen yellow close to the black. He's deciding that the shot may not be worth going for now, but he may want to produce something special here. Put yellow by rail drive to the corner pocket at the top left with right spin on the cue ball. He moves it all the way bottomwards in the right direction. But the rail drive has to be on point. Rail drive off.
Come on, man.
Advantage Ginte. Maybe Hussein will not be regretting that shot because after all he would have gotten snookered had he potted the yellow. As for Ginte, here comes a chance. He's a very, very, very quick thinker. He can be as well a quick player. That is how he wins. He is as well very bullish against his opponents. He uses little time to finish off frames. Red off cushion and off yellow. The cue ball manipulated as close can be to the black, but so close for his liking. Maybe he's opting to play black off the cushion. If he puts it, that one will be something special. Off cushion, finds black, doesn't pot, doesn't even set. Hussein will want to utilize this miss as a chance for him to win the frame that could have equalizing effect in the match. He seems to be aiming for the bank. Perhaps the defense goes for the bank. It is off. It could go in at the second time of asking. It is in. Whether fortunate.
Come on.
Now the first 10 frames have been played for 45 minutes exactly. You factor in the amount of time spent on racking balls. It is an average of 4 minutes per frame. That's, I have to confess, a little bit slower than expected speed of these players. I would fancy them taking an average of 3.5 minutes to finish every frame.
Come on,
6-4, the Malawian is in the lead. He was always avoiding long races against top players because he was not exactly accustomed to that. He's pretty much a tournament player. That's why, while he's still new to the scene, his tournament performance is exceptional, to say the least. But now wants to revive his money match performance by taking down one of Africa's most renowned money match players, whom he does take the lead of 3 frames against. Dear viewers, Stanford given Ginte 7, ABDULLAH HUSSEIN.
Come on. We have to separate men from Onyango. Come on, boy. You're Onyango. Ondoke baba bila kuchoka. Timuyo wewe. Wakati Come on, man. Let's go. Chance. Let's go. Yeah. Iko sawa, come on. Much better, iko sawa, Let's go.
Kitu watu wewe. Mchezo nani hapa?
Yai baba huyo. Ndio mbaya aone. Ndio mbaya.
Iko sawa, acha kichaa chako wewe. Acha kichaa. Acha kichaa chako. Iko sawa, hata sisi iko sawa. Kumbukeni sisi tunashangilia, shangilieni kiwa nzuri na sisi tunashangilia. Sawa, yeye amecheza ndugu yangu. Yeye amepiga. Hiyo. Nakubali. Yeye amepiga Omera. Nakubali. Yeye amepiga Omera. Hiyo ni kweli.
So Jackson, mimi na wewe next week. Next week. Naenda Ushago kesho, alafu narudi. Naenda mashinane. Naenda Sirare. Mimi na kapo Hispania.
Naenda Tarime safari, Jackson. Mimi mambo yakaribika. Sawa babu yangu. Niite wazee. Wazee wasiki sisi wamelala. Niwaite.
Sasa kila tukipiga amelala sasa hivi.
Niwaite wazee.
Wazee wamelala sasa hivi. Hawezi kuchukua simu.
Ngoja avunje.
Mambo inaharibika.
Ngoja ingie.
Mambo yamelala, wazee wamelala. Kama mimi. Come on, man. Iko sawa bro. Iko sawa. Iko sawa Kamau. Nothing is bad. Iko sawa.
Msamaha rais wa fungo inatakiwa
sawa.
Wazee washakuja tayari, sasa tumeanza. Wazee washakuja. Sasa anatetemeka.
Come on man. I'm very big.
Sasa wazee check area yani fanya kama vile nani yani make sure boy yani taratara Hussein taratara Futa hilo moja sasa. Futa hilo moja. Ataka zote za Tanzania zimoja. Akataka za bombe.
What do you say in Swahili?
Weka mawe. Weka mawe.
That's me, okay. Let me get this straight.
Anyway.
Otherwise, we nowhere. Otherwise, we nowhere. Hiyo baba sasa mfate mbili if it's misbehaving as controlling.
Anasemaje dura? Pata mbili afu wewe. Vipi bobu mikono iko sawa au? Wewe pata mbili bobu, pata mbili. Hiyo kesi na mimi, kesi ya kuku tunauza ng'ombe. Kesi ya kuku tunauza ng'ombe.
Where are you guys? Where are you guys? Where are you guys?
Dula huyo anatetemeka, huyo Dula huyo anatetemeka.
Wewe tayari. Wewe Hussein,
Huyo
tayari huyo. Anajam. Ongea the shot.
Me, I'm from Jamlo. Lakini unajua wewe Simba sisi tunakujanga bila hela na tunateseka. Lakini sasa vile wewe uko hapa mzee anakuja anakuletea.
Hiyo. I told you. I told you.
I never respect you.
Come on, we are men.
Jamlo is the best place to be.
Nilikuwa nimeelewa kwa hiyo kitu lakini sasa
wewe PK.
Hussein. Tunakaba sana, tunashambulia kwa kushtukiza. Kama jufu.
Weka mawe. Never ever. Yes. Come on, Leti. It's okay. Come on, Leti. It's okay. It's okay. Come on, boy. You're a machine. You know what? You're a machine. It's okay. Come on, boy. You're a machine. You know what? You're a machine.
Ishmael, I love you.
Nasema hivi, koromeo la chuma, mwili wa udongo. Koromeo la chuma, mwili wa udongo. Angalia. Shoo! Wa! Acha kichaa chako chacha. Sema kimeumana tayari. Sasa pata mbili. Anataka shoti. Anacheka kwa nao leo. Anamwambia anatetemeka. Umesikia anamwambia anatetemeka. Anamwambia anatetemeka. Anataka nifanyeje? Amefanya mimi tunamjua. Anachauliana. Kimeumana. Corona.
You see someone is drinking Corona and they are playing with them. They are joking.
In the meantime, dear viewers, it is now a rest for team between Abdullah Hussein of Tanzania and Stanford Ginte of Malawi, because the scores are 8 apiece, and yet each of them will need to win 21 to take home the 2,000 US dollars, courtesy of a money match that is a rest of 21 between the players and their management teams. For Abdullah Hussein team snipers all the way from Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, while for team Ginte it is the girls all the way from Nigeria. This is the guy that is pretty much now having his equal, having become the first player outside West Africa to make a tour of West Africa. He's such a darling in that country. If you're listening to someone that did watch some of the matches, celebrations of matches against him were so publicized on social media. He started off much faster. Now his opponent is much more elaborate in the games. With now a mistake like that one, you don't see those ones happening all the time from Ginte. His biggest strength in matches, Ginte, is just potting. What can Dola do? He may play with the rail drive, with the top spin, the cue ball to follow the yellow all the way, but not on target. The chance comes back again for Ginte perhaps to try and take the frame away.
Iko sawa. Iko sawa boy. Iko sawa. Iko.
There's a little bit of a problem. The most realistic chance in which to put black is maybe play combination, play black into the yellow that is packed at the corner pocket bottom left. Better still have a sharp cut on the black to the corresponding corner pocket bottom right. Either way, the shot will not come easy. He's going for the sharp cut. How good will it be? If he misses it, he perhaps loses the frame. The cut is so sharp to even have sufficient power. It goes down now as a chance for Dola to take the lead for the very first time in the match. The Tanzanian just one out of the first 6 frames. He is looking like the more composite player, the more likely player to mount a comeback, maybe the player with more longevity in races as long as 21. He'll want to put and then play the cue ball into another yellow and another, have the yellows in as much space as possible. Frame is a little difficult to win now. He may have to contemplate playing defense. Play the yellow that is topwards of them all, the one that is frozen against the right cushion, and then have the short result into a snooker. At one point it doesn't have to be now. Now the position of the cue ball provides him the best chance possible to play snooker. Just leave the cue ball behind the yellow, in between the two yellows. It is not a snooker. That is so reckless from Abdullah, from a player of his level. You can't fail out on a chance as big and will be as guilty as the lead goes back to the Malawian. Stanford given Ginte 9, Abdullah Hussein 8. It's the third money match of the day and the very last action of the day, but still a long way to go for either of the players. We are not yet even halfway through the last match, because the race can be so long, but the players are fast enough to make it intricate and exciting all the way through. Ginte knows only one way to play. He plays by attack. Even when the situation is tricky, he just tries to find a way to portable. If he does portable, he wants to go for the frame. This time around, he finds himself snookered. Wants to find yellow off the cushion on the right. Finds one yellow. Simply avoids the foul. For him, Ginte, it is a potting game. Abdullah can equally be a very good attacking player, but I think that side of the game has Ginte as a slight superior. As for Abdullah, more calm, more composed, a little bit more tactical. And in terms of long races, he has a way more endurance, and his results in many races are way superior to his opponents. In terms of major achievement on the African continent, despite the fact that Abdullah is a lot more experienced, he's not anywhere close to Ginte. Seven not very proud, saying that Abdullah, despite how good he is, which is not doubtable whatsoever, he has never gotten to the latter stages of a major African competition, although he has been one of the most consistent competitors in terms of simply participation. And right here in the country of Kenya, Ginte has a few as for Ginte reaching the final of the Timbuktu International Championship that was won by the Zimbabwean, that is Eshka. As for Abdullah, he doesn't have any memory where I have him having reached the prize bracket of a tournament that has been organized here in Kenya. It is two Tanzanians that were losing finalists of the last two editions of the Grand MCHANA. That is 2023. That's so Saif Hamad, a losing finalist against Ibrahim Sejema, as well as 2024. That's so Innocent Sami, losing finalist against Caesar Chandiga. But right now, clearly, Abdullah is the most trusted of them all. When it comes to the big money games, he's the one that is called upon. When it comes to the more tough players, it is Abdullah. When the situation is too tight, it is Abdullah. But now, for the player that is to be punished for fouling, it is still Dullah. That one will go down as disappointing, to say the very least, from him, especially given how close he came to winning this ongoing frame, which is even now closer to losing. All of them 6 yellows on the table are pretty portable, and with ease, and with the player having to pot them, who is one of the potting machines of the African continent. Stanford, given Ginte chooses to play his opponent's raid for a fish shot, has to be careful here. He plays it towards the top end of the table, just to give him as more comfort as possible as he contemplates with one backspin. As easy as that. The rest is a formality. It is frame number 19. We are coming closer to the half of the race. Not yet there. A match that is relatively close, with both players showing their strengths and weaknesses at the same time so far, with Ginte, the Malawian, being a little more offensive, the Tanzanian Hussein being a little more composed. The weaknesses of Ginte now in 2 frames in a row are being unfolded right in front of our eyes. Weaknesses which we are not seeing when he played the first 2 races, where he won against Ishmael twice for even bigger pots. This one will be a very famous victory should Ginte win, because his performances of late have not been as good as they were 2 years ago. And for some of the senior players, he has lost a little bit of respect. Not the respect that is human, just the sporting respect. And when he wants to play matches, when he calls upon anyone, and many people will respond with the positive vibes, they want to take him on. And believe you me, his pattern can be so bullish, because his potting skills are so good, his cue manipulation skills are so good, and yet he does all that with very fast speed. Now that is a lot of pool being played in just 1 frame. 2 shots in which he goes to pot, and with each shot where he pots, he was opening up yet another ball. He's on the verge of regaining a 3-frame lead, this first Malawian shooter. For whatever reason, he's fearing to put the raid that is upwards of the 2. In the end of the day, it is the more effective shot, and once he puts it, it gives him more ease to take the frame away. He could have gotten himself snookered here. Sometimes misfortune cannot be as close as that. Totally snookered is Ginte. Even the most direct angles are snookered. He may have to produce something special here. Maybe off the top cushion with a little bit of right spin, and the cue ball just play it in between those yellows. While the cue ball moves bottomwards, it has to avoid any contact with the yellow. There's also the option of playing a tough mass shot, cover the cue ball round, black and yellow, to find red. But even when he gets that one, cue ball is not natural for the black. That's why he wants to play off 2 of the jaws. He plays black first. It will go down as a foul. For a chase of free shot, the Tanzanian is choosing to put his opponent's red, a sign that he has one thing in his mind: go for the frame, and it is goable. There will be bad yellow. The one that is near the cushion on the left is playable by rail drive to the corner pocket top left, where there is another yellow. Play yellow by connection pot, and then go for the frame, because it will be looking even more palatable with just one good shot taken. This is the shot. Has to play it just against the rail. Uses power and perfection all at the same time. Very confident looking lad, this one, who has won now, I think, 4 money matches in a row. The last 2 that he played in Tanzania, it's actually 3. Defeated the Zambian Royd Cabo in Dar es Salaam before coming here in Kenya, where he has played 2 money matches in Machakos and Nairobi, winning both of them against the South African Ishmael, respectively. He has to put yellow to the corner pocket bottom left where there is the black, and then move the keyboard towards the top end of the table where the rest of the yellows are. There we are. He will simply have the task of playing 1 yellow by rain drive to the corner pockets top right. If he gets in, he wins the frame. Now this is the shot. It should be easy, just that it is a pressure frame. It is a pressure ball. Already in the last 2 frames, he has missed balls as easy as this. It's just him versus the pressure. On a training routine practice, it will be very easy. But this is a middle of a $2,000 money match where he's 3 frames down. Potting this yellow pulls him 1 frame back, but missing it loses him yet another frame. There he goes. It's a pot. As for Dula, the frame ends in a victory. After 19 frames, it is Stanford driven Ginte 10 and Abdullah Hussein 9.
Tanzania one. Babu. Isa. Yeah. Come on, man.
This is give the money. Atuchoki baba, atuchoki. Just give the guy the money. Just give the money. Just give the money. Just give them money. Na timu tunamkuzia hivyo hivyo baba, hivyo hivyo. Kama bure.
Come on, iko sawa, iko sawa. Come on, Kamau, iko sawa. Iko sawa, iko sawa.
Ona Simba na kule baadaye huyo baadaye hapa anajua nani awili haya unajua una kigamba sasa sasa wewe zamani wewe unaangalia watu mentality ya umaskini. Fanya nje
Come on, man, good shot. That's one, that's one. We have to separate the boys from
It is now frame number. It is now frame number 22, dear viewers, being broken by Dula. He's finding himself now 3 frames down. And the beauty about Ginte that have to win a series of consecutive frames, now that are having him enjoy a 3-frame lead in a match that I'm starting to suspecting will take a little less time than anticipated that it will, with now the Tanzanian on the yellows almost scratched there. The yellow that is now touching red will be the problem ball, and maybe it looks portable to the side pocket on the left, and for that reason I think he plays the cue ball. The other option is to play the cue ball into red touching yellow. As the cue ball is played after he pots yellow that is looking out to the corner pocket top left, the cue ball could be played into the 2 touching balls. Those are all options. He will perhaps want to put the yellow touching red last now. I'm even not so certain that will be the best pattern for the Tanzanian. When you have a bad ball on the table, you don't want to play it last. That's why he wants to cut it to the side pocket on the left. Cue ball isn't natural for the last yellow. The pot is on. The cue ball, okay, he could get himself snookered. He's very unfortunate this time round. And I want to think that the little problem in his pattern, Dula was deciding to play the bad ball last. Now he finds himself snookered and does not have an insurance ball to start with. Snookered, and he talks to umpire Joseph Mugisha that he is snookered. The umpire agrees, and now Dula playing mass short curve cue ball round red to find yellow. Perhaps pot it. If he does, it will be uniquely special. He finds yellow, doesn't pot. Advantage Ginte, who is now heavily poised to win the ongoing frame just like that, and then regain the 4-frame lead that he just had when he led by 5 frames to 1 just after about 20 frames played. 20 minutes played, sorry. He's getting himself ever closer. Potting balls is what he does best. Like that one. He will be potting black with assumption he's potting red, maybe black as to the corresponding corner pocket, maybe the same corner pocket. He's very accustomed to the MCHANA tables because he's resident in Kenya, in Nairobi. These ones he pots with ease, and yes, he pots. The lead of the Malawian, ladies and gentlemen, grows to 4 frames. It is Ginte 13 and Dula 9.
Extra baba, atuchoki. Atuchoki baba, atuchoki. Atangulia tu.
Nimeona kulivyonyonga nani pale. Uno kwa huyo. Mombasa. Simba.
Now there's a little bit of dramatic fun in the comment section happening on the Facebook stream. Wherever you are watching, whether MCHANA Pool Club, whether Break and Finish Live, whether Peter Chebe Live, please advise us in your local currency how much is 2,000 US dollars and what can it buy. Now in my local currency, it is just slightly over 7 million shillings. And it will buy, for instance, a brand new motorcycle. Those that in Nigeria are called Okada. And then keep some balance for yourself. And if you're about a good 50 kilometers away from the city center, maybe a good 30 kilometers, you will use it to buy a plot of land for yourself. If you are Ginte, you stake it on a race to 21 and see how it goes. Same applies to if you are Abdullah. Ashavin Light, you say that in your currency. Are you insinuating that it's 1,750? I don't get it. Governor Koskei from Kenya, I know him, he lives in Eldoret. He says that it's roughly 260,000 Kenya shillings. Yes, because sometimes these guys have been transacting in dollars and it has been exactly so. Momentum Light, you say that the money would buy you here in Nigeria, a South African woman. Go away. And Bold Mapoka, you say it is 3 billion in Zimbabwe. It's a lie. The Zimbabwean dollar is now a lot more strong. It's just that it is not used for usual transactions so much. Gefrikazia, you say that it's about what? 3.5 meter in your currency. God knows Raban, you say that in Malawi. On the black market it is 9 million kwacha and in the bank it is 3 million kwacha. So that means dollars are scarce in Malawi. Michelle Toka, I say in Uganda it's 1 billion, not 1 billion, $2,000 in Uganda is 7 million. Yes, I'm giving you a fact, plus a little change. And Shaban, you now tell us it corresponds to 4 million. So the currency is a little bit just around the same as the Uganda shilling. Bless Coutinho, you say here in Zimbabwe it can't even buy a good second-hand car because things are too much expensive. That one I can testify is true. Kagiso Takande, you say that in South Africa it's about 34,000 rands and you can get a full tank of petrol with that money. Rochester Nyirenda, you say that in the bank rate on the black market it's almost 8 million perhaps in Malawi. Albert Matanga Vincent, you say that you're in South Sudan, perhaps you say that the SSP, perhaps the South Sudan pound, it is 10 million in Juba and you can rent a shop in a strategic location. Misha Kakoti, you say that in Zambia it's about 20,000 kwacha, while Chatuba Takuzwa, you say that it gets you a united table. Yes, even in my country, just around that amount of money. No, slightly above that amount of money will get you a pretty good united pool table. Uncle Mark watching from YouTube, you say that it's 40,000 kwacha in Zambia. David Aragunda, thank you for watching. Uncle Mark, you also say that you can get 2 motorbikes in Zambia. Oh, that means the motorbikes are quite cheap in Zambia. If one motorbike is 1,000, then they can be quite cheap. Charles Pavins, in Saudi Arabia, you say that it's just 7,000. Yeah, the dirham is quite strong as Ginte fouls. From MCHANA Pool Club, Bwalia, you say that in Zambia it's 38,000 kwacha, and Urban 103, you say that it's 34,000 rand in South Africa. Doreen Katsime, thank you for watching. And yet you say that Zambia has the best currency in Africa. The Zambia kwacha is just around the same level as the South Africa rand. It is a very strong currency. In fact, one kwacha is worth just under 200 Uganda shillings. So the Zambian kwacha is 200 times stronger than the Uganda shillings. Will Jula manipulate the cue ball for black? Of course he will. And yes, he does. Back and fresh from the tour of Nigeria is Ginte. He leads by 13 frames to 10. Dula 10, Ginte 13, rest to 21. Timeout. Dominic Musia, you said that Kenya has the best currency in Africa. No, it doesn't, but the Kenyan shilling is just strong enough. One thing that is quite admirable about transacting in Kenya, it is very rare here. Perhaps 95% at least, and I'm saying at least, of the transactions are done by M-Pesa, which is a mobile money transaction system that is operated by most especially Safaricom, the most dominant internet and network service provider. Even if you are buying an egg from the street, they ask for your M-Pesa number. That is quite civilized, and it doesn't matter who. They know how to operate it, and of course money is safe from stuff like crime and the like. It's us who are transacting in cash by playing money matches for quite a sum of money. The first time I saw huge amounts of Kenyan money was at Timbuktu, the Timbuktu Championship in Eldoret. About 30 million Kenya shillings was paraded there. Prize money. That was huge. It were sacks of 1,000 shilling Kenyan notes.
Morning.
Tony, you say that you can see Ishmael pass around. You're asking what he's doing. Okay, he's just fishing on the Tanzanian players. He's just speaking to Amadeus and his manager that, you know, today I was lucky, I was breaking well. I want Amadeus to rematch with me again. So when players do that, they are just trying to fish from other players. When they think they are better, they ask to play against us that they can take even more money. But Ishmael is a very happy soul today after winning 2 races from 2 days. Redemption after losing 2 races from 2 prior days, both to this guy, Abdullah Hussein, who returns onto the table, finding himself 3 frames down, needing to win 11 out of 19.
Come on, Dula. Come on, Dula. Make sure.
As Hussein contemplates the clearance, the would-be bad ball of them all was always the black, and yet when he played the black to split it open, he found himself playing it pretty much dead, having the red packed at the corner pocket where the black is close, and yet he doesn't have full sight of the would-be easily potted ball. That makes it Abdullah Hussein now in trouble. Cold conceded 14th frame out of 24. He has been a popular lad on the tour so far, and I think he's the most popular figure on the entire Tanzanian delegation. Every time he's playing, everybody is having full concentration. They cannot stand it when he loses. He almost got something special there.
Nice try, Dula.
What Ginte needs is to make a ball, simply play a ball on target. If he cannot put one, maybe try and contemplate something of a safety.
Come on, boy. Come on.
He has to be soft, maybe to play ready into red.
Come on, Dula. Come on. Come on.
That was quite poor safety play from the Malawian, whom the defense game is not his real game. A chance comes again for Hussein to take this frame, maybe having the black as the ball to worry. Could again play the cue ball into the black. Will it be played into the black? Round the black, misses the black, leaving the shortcut between white and yellow. Of course, the yellow is potable. What will he do for the black? It will be depending on perhaps the resting position of the cue ball after potting the yellow, with assumption that Dula will pot the yellow anyways. He pots, bounces the cue ball off 2 cushions. How close will it be to the black? Close enough for him to believe black can be sunk, following the red into the same corner pocket by combination. He just has to be wary that the shot has really got to be on, because if it is not, with a foul, he probably loses the frame almost certainly, almost instantly to his opponent. Passing members of staff sometimes cause some discomfort. That is why he's saying we'll refocus and recompose, going for combination for black to follow red, with both of them getting sunk for Jola to take the frame he fouls. Very unfortunate foul, but a very risky foul. For Ginte, a very consequential foul. As a matter of free shot, he plays a number of reds, 2 of them in space. Every chance that he's going to win a frame, that will get him a 4-frame lead for the second time in the match. And he becomes the first player to outplay ABDULLAH, at least for the first half of the match, and it comes back in the very second and still plays with the same exact pace. Perhaps it is now no chance that ABDULLAH will be standing to win the frame. Why is Ginte starting with this ball? He's giving himself relatively hard last ball after taking a risky decision, but still cuttable is the red to the corner pocket. It is a miss. This time round, a big unforced error, a poor decision and poor execution. Ginte will be guilty of playing amateurish, both the decision making and the execution. The frame will be won by ABDULLAH Hussein. It is Malawi's Ginte 13 and Tanzania's ABDULLAH 11. But that frame lost in such kind of queer way can mean to be so painful. It can even cause players to lose other consecutive frames. Umpire Joseph Mugisha does his thing, rocks frame number 25. Tito Tanui is asking if Caesar will be coming to Kenya. The answer is no, he will not. In fact, tomorrow, because it's already Tuesday morning, tomorrow Caesar will be heading to the United Kingdom for the European Ultimate Pool Championships, in the midst of which event he will be having a money match against one of the best black ball players and the international rules players in the world, that is Tom Cousins. The top cut all the way from Wales. It is 13 frames to 11, dear viewers. The Malawian is in the lead. I don't think his mind is as yet in the right place after losing a very silly frame. The one that was played last. For now, it is ABDULLAH potting red to take full advantage of an out of sorts Ginte to win a second frame in a row, to come within 1 frame of his opponent, an opponent who has not had equal scores since the start of the match. In fact, the last time that scores were level was when no frame had been played, when it was 0-0. Since then, there was actually a time when it was 8-all. Outside of that, Ginte has been leading all the way. There has been a scratch by ABDULLAH. Ginte will want to utilize this to his full benefit to win the frame and regain the 3-frame lead that was stolen away from his opponent. And the chance couldn't have come any better. Here he does come again. Now this is a little too tempting. He will just want to go for it and go for it now. But for today, it is a long race to 21. Though Ginte is a big fan of short races, I want to think it is his management asking him to take them longer. Of course, to grow his endurance the more, which is the little thing lacking in his otherwise lucrative career. He will be potting black to the corner pocket upright to right the wrongs that he did in the previous frame, regain what belonged to him. The 3-frame cushion is restored. Ginte 14, ABDULLAH 11. As if destiny is starting to go the way of Ginte, who is one of the most popular players on the African continent. This guy is really loved in the SADC region. Here in Kenya, I really saw a full crowd of supporters who were close to 1,000, almost breaking down when he lost out in the Timbuktu International Championship in Eldoret to Eshka in Nairobi. They even don't call him Ginte. They call him by his new Kenyan name, that is Kamau. Of course, not an official name. In Malawi, where it is home, he's the reigning sportsman over there, perhaps the top sportsman that the country has gotten, at least for the duration of this year. In Nigeria, he was christened Igwe. He's the boss. They just call him Igwe Ginte. In Zambia, when there, he's always home. I watched his final of the Billiards Cafe Classic in 2023 against the Ugandan Ibrahim Sejemba. Almost religiously, the entire crowd were supporting him. And it is understandable how likable he is. His game is full of entertainment because he pots with speed and accuracy. And off the table, he's always a very vibrant guy. Even his opponents love him sometimes. The yellow that is bottom ones of the two has to be played last because it gives him natural white for black. Just roll 2 yellows to respective corner pockets, top right and bottom, top left and bottom left. May have the cue ball to be bounced off the left cushion a little. Play top spin, cue ball into the cushion to have it in more space, just a little. Top spin into the cushion, little movement, not little enough. He played with too much power, that is too complacent. Just got himself snookered when he really shouldn't have. And some of these careless mistakes can mean to be the difference between victory and defeat. Finds himself in trouble. Now having to play the black off the cushion, even when he finds black, he must put it or else lose, raising another frame that really should have seen his lead grow bigger than it even is. Off the cushion, he will be finding the black. No, he will not. Advantage, ABDULLAH Hussein. Just like that, the compression of the frame changes hands from Hussein, from ABDULLAH, to Hussein. A good choice of a free shot it is. With ABDULLAH now going for 12. And please continue keeping us company. Those are watching on all the streaming platforms. Break and Finish Live, Facebook, MCHANA Pool Club, YouTube, Peter Chove Live, YouTube, where this match is being presented to. It's a little too late, but it is worth keeping awake. And not the kind of action you will only want to watch a repeat tomorrow. This one you need to watch live because it is too tense. It has a lot of drama, a lot of mistakes, also a lot of brilliances from two players from two countries, a little too close to each other, with now Hussein on the verge of stealing frame number 25 away from his opponent. He may want to put flip to the corner pocket, top right, black to the center pocket on the right. And the rest is a formality. Stanford given Ginte 14, Abdullah Hussein, Tanzania 12, race to 21. Another 2 minutes timeout, this time round at the request of Abdullah.
Ama nipatie 1:3 basi.
Mimi wewe umevaa nguo
Kwanza haraka hii mama hajakuja kukaa hapa.
unaweza enda kwa
Wait. You guys. Your visitors here. Don't sit too close to the visitors. No sitting close to the visitors, please. Our visitors are visitors. No sitting close.
We'll decide next week. I'm coming tomorrow next week. Yes, you have to defend us. You have to protect our friend. We don't know who you are. Yes, please. But you have to check them. They'll come here. They'll come 2 minutes. They'll give you one. Come on.
Mimi nione ndo matana kula pia. Matana penda pia. Ani, ayo kaje.
Nimetengeneza
Atua ra ani.
Come on.
Ah, ukaje leo. Acha lega ni wewe girlfriend. Alego. Ndio kwa changa alega lega.
Mimi sasa hivi nataka upande juu. Mimi nikae tu hiyo. Sasa yeye apande. Yeye anapanda.
Brother in crime. When I got mad, another funny.
Yeah.
Prancing.
Mbele yangu. Unaona ile maji hiyo
Dangerous.
Mati nipiga mpaka kanyama. Sawa. Ndio mtombi. Nama, mada hizi na mimi. Alikuwa mpiga. Nipiga mati
kuna ile kwanza anasema naye kama pate gitaa
Jamani nipatia. Nenda.
Come on, man. You're the machine.
It's going to be special here if Ginte can combine black into yellow portable. Very simplistic, but very effective. Even when things have not exactly been going his way, Ginte has always gotten something extra in him. He looks like he has that little extra thing on Abdullah Hussein today. That little skill, that extra touch, that little stuff that brings in a special game that extends his lead. He's now starting to see light at the end of the tunnel that maybe he's going to be $2,000 US in the next 30 minutes or so, or less, or more. Otherwise, the Malawian is an overwhelming victory now for the reason that he needs to win 4, while his opponent needs to win 9 out of the remaining 13. Abdullah to break frame number 30. Getting to put both red and yellow. And leaving the table open. And I have to say that I set out to come to Kenya for 5 or maximum 7 games, 7 days. I find myself in the 3rd week. I remember Eid Day arriving here. Easter will most certainly arrive here. It's fun if you are a lover of pool. It's like an opportunity to watch these guys take each other on, an even bigger opportunity showcasing these talents to the world. The few times that there have been internet glitches, most especially for some time in today's stream, please accept our apologies. And this one has to be played uniquely well. The cue ball to move to the top end of the table. Will he have full sight of the last yellow? Where is the cue ball going? It could be unfortunate. It could be the Tanzanian, that is Hussein, has to perhaps cut yellow to the side pocket on the right. Maybe play it by rail drive to the corner pocket bottom right. Both pots are possible, but with a high level of difficulties. Going for the corner pocket at the bottom right, with the backspin is the cue ball topwards. He's perhaps now changing his mind. He's not yet even sure which shot is exactly to play. He cuts it too sharp for Ginte's liking, and unfortunately, the wrong ball is sunk. Maybe at the end of the day, it is Ginte's day. Maybe he's winning yet another long race to 21. Maybe he was wrong when he thought that he could never perform in long races. There are so many players that have over the years been inviting Ginte to such races, and he has been turning them down. For him, he wants to race to 11 or race to 9, at the maximum race to 13. If he wins this one, it will be a statement, especially after winning one of the races. Big Kells is saying the rest is a formality. Ginte, 18. Frame number 31 is broken dry, seemingly by Ginte.
Come on.
He has played the Tanzanians a little out of hope. Even when such opportunities come, they don't have enough guts now to support their own. And it is, in my opinion, the most popular of the Tanzanians. Popular among fans, also popular among his fellow players, even as amongst the media team. Hussein is a very likable character. He conducts himself absolutely professionally. How he plays, the respect of the game, respect of the umpire, respect of fellow players, how he keeps time, how he dresses, how he inspects the table. everything about him is top-notch, most especially if it is backed up by performances like the two that he had against Ishmael. But today will probably not be one of those days, and I want to believe that he will want to have a go against Ginte, shouldn't he win this race. Again, could be misfortunate here. Chance for recovery after playing cue ball into black close to yellow. Is play the yellow that is leftwards of the two to the center pocket on the left with a big backspin, not very big. The white ball moves rightwards. Perfect. Pretty much straight line between white and yellow and the corner pocket bottom right. And he will now want to put both yellow and black to the same corner pocket bottom right. And the rest is a formality. Just that sometimes he has been missing this with the pressure. But how good he has been playing ever since the start of the tour, you fancy he will. He has taken a very deep breath because of taking a very crucial shot. And if he doesn't put black, which is a little likely, not too much, but a little, he could perhaps be losing the frame. But he's on target. Clearly he is, and pulls one back. Abdullah 13 and Ginte 18 and the rest to 21. We have used so far 2 hours and about 3 minutes to play 31 frames, and that includes, I think, 3 timeouts. This race, I think, is the second quickest in terms of amount of time used for the match, after the one between Ishmael and Dog City that happened about 1 week ago. That one had more than half of the match, just upwards. It ended 21 frames to 19, a total of 40 frames played, and of the 40, 21 were upwards red and green respectively, with Dog City having 11 and Ishmael 10 upwards. Just like that, this one has come closer, at least in terms of amount of time spent.
Come on, Dula. Come on. Make sure I give him back.
Looks like half a chance, at least half a chance for Dula to pull one back. And while Ginte is having a relatively healthy lead, he's not yet uncatchable. There could be another foul. Some of the time you just think that destiny has not been the way of Dula, sometimes scratching when you least expect it to happen. In the meantime, pretty certain that he will have another go at Ginte if he doesn't win this one. And I'm not saying that he's not winning this one, because Ginte is still catchable. That's the kind of misfortunes that Hussein has been having. For instance, the cue ball, he wanted it a little bit bottomwards such that he can put the red, now close the white to the side pocket on the right. White got intercepted by the same red. Now the shot can be potted, but with a little bit more difficulty both in terms of potting and manipulation of white for the next ball. He will, however, try. He may not have to play the cue ball into the yellow. The cue ball has to be played around the yellow, which he does, and recovers. Now this one will cause yet another problem because of the position of the cue ball in relation to the size of the player. He needs full body stretch. Even full body stretch this time around is not sufficient for him to pot and then manipulate the cue ball. This is quite unlikely, but this is full manipulation of a relatively small body. It's another of the things I really like about Abdullah. He always stretches his body to the maximum, and yet he can still perform even when the cue ball is that thin. A rain drive to the corner pocket bottom left to put either direct or off Ginte's yellow. He has to be on target. The cue ball will be fine. He's on target. He always was. The guy can shoot. He will almost certainly be potting black pretty much by choice, either to the corner pocket top left or top right. Watching on Peter Chove Live, it is the corner pocket bottom left or top left. Watching from Channel Pool Club, has to be careful with the cue ball not to be potted to the side pocket bottom. Safe is the cue ball, in is the black, and gone is the frame. Another is won by the Tanzanian. It is now Ginte 18 and Abdullah 14. Even when Abdullah has been playing that well, most especially in the last two frames, which we have finished quite clinically, you get a feeling that Ginte will get those opportunities that he will need to win 3 frames that could win him the race. And given how good and how clinical Abdullah has been the last two, it's even a little bit hurting if you are a Abdullah fan that Ginte is finding opportunities this cheap, because his opportunities are to win frames that look way easier than his opponents. He's manipulating his own ability when the cue ball needs full cue elevation to pot, and he's now winning the frame by now attempting to pot black to the corner pocket at the bottom left. Has to be careful with the cue ball as well. He miscues, bad pots, and laughs, whether laughing at himself or smiling at the victory. It is a frame 1. Ginte 19 and Abdullah 14. By the way, perhaps he was on target on enough that even a miscue was not going to stop the black sinking in. And another sign, in my opinion, maybe just destiny. Maybe it is just meant to be his day. Sometimes those days are there in pool. Maybe this one is not Abdullah's. Even when his opponent miscues, he wins the frame. Stanford given Ginte 19 and Abdullah Hussein 14, with Ginte needing to win 2 and Hussein needing to win 7 out of 8. Hussein to break frame number 35, and yet he scratches again.
Game over, no miss.
Looks like we are having another red apple on our eyes. If he wins this one, then his opponent will have to win 7 straight frames simply to win the match. Otherwise, in terms of the potting prowess, there has been one serious potter. Victory for the Nigerian management, also victory for Kenya, the hosts, and where Ginte resides, most especially should he win just 1 out of 2. Now, if this frame is won by Ginte, dear viewers, it will be the very last of the match. How good will the break be? Hits the second ball, the yellow. He needs to make a ball. The break was big. And yes, he gets to make a yellow. A relatively very good split of the balls, most especially the yellows. Well split. There we are. There we are. The Tanzanian has to win 7 frames in a row. Saying it is that easy. Doing it is something completely different. Winning 7 frames in a row against Kamau.
All right. The Tanzanian has been doing very well, extremely very well against top player, especially Ismail. Do you think he is finally meeting his match?
Maybe he may have underestimated Ginte a little, because Ginte is not known to be a long racer. He likes shorter races, and the fact that that Ismail is a little bit more fancied than Ginte in these long races, and Hussein beat him twice. Everybody thought that this one will be Hussein's race, and there was a lot of sides taking against Ginte. He's on the verge of proving everybody wrong that he can perform in short races as good as in the long ones.
So in other words, you're saying so many people lose money because of this thing.
Yes, there is quite a lot of side business that is happening outside the arena, and everybody is just shaking his head.
Sorry to say, I've got a friend of mine who put in $3,000 US, and I don't know. I'm looking for him. He's switched off his phone. I just want to find out where he is so that he can give me something.
Maybe we shall engage him after the game is done.
So much. This is Chobe Live. We are on break and finish, and we are MCHANA Pool Club. At the same time, we are break and finish.
MCHANA Pool Club, YouTube, Peter Chobe Live YouTube, as well as break and finish live Facebook.
What a night!
Highlights of these games are always shared on TikTok all the time, just to keep the gospel of the game alive.
If you're a pool fan in Africa, if you're a pool fan in East Africa, wherever you are in the world, this is the right time to be alive. And I'm telling you people, this is massive, and I think the boy is not giving up. Dola is not giving up, and so far he's giving a good account of himself. And I think going forward, this is a player to watch for. Dola.
Yes, he's really he's given a very good account of himself so far in the tour, but this match has been a little different. Even now, when you thought he was winning a frame, he has just played the white ball into the red, and the red is almost frozen against the cushion. Needs a big shot, can still win.
No, he'll do it. He'll roll it down the rails.
Either direct,
I can bet anything.
It can also
roll.
go in off the yellow.
He'll roll it. He'll roll it. He'll roll it. He'll roll it.
It's in. It's in. It's in.
Yes, I knew it. He had to roll it. It's very good. It's very formidable, and that was easy for him.
Now, this one will be his 15th. Clearly, he cannot miss from this kind of range. Oh no! Now, very easily, that one could have been the last shot for him in the match. Clearly.
No, it's the last shot. It's the last shot for him. It's the last shot for him. Do you know we are going to you Chobe? You'll interview Ginte.
Hakuna shida. I'm not saying that the frame is done.
No, it's over. It's over.
I'm just saying that he has a very good chance of taking the victory now. Now, with him having to put just yellow and black to the corresponding corner pockets top left and top right, that one will be the last move of the match. Malawi Stanford driven Ginte with the roots from Blantyre is making a full country happy, already celebrating even before victory is secured, with his manager coming in for the early celebrations and early congratulations. Victory for Malawi, victory for Blantyre. In another way, also victory for Nigeria. Final score: Stanford given Ginte 21 and ABDULLAH Hussein 14.
Ginte. Come on. Now this is Ginte. Wait.
I see you, my supporters.
So Ginte, sorry to say, Ginte, you watched your friend. Sorry to say this. Ishmael being beaten by the same guy. Did you really come to talk? Abdullah. Yeah. Because I was watching the Ishmael was losing and I was angry. That's why I challenged him and I kill him. All right. So going forward, we are hearing so many players coming. We have Gondaganda coming here. We have Fikoti coming here. We have Arden Joseph also thinking about coming to Kenya. Are you ready for them?
Me, I can't lie. I want those guys from Tanzania. They have got juju. They say they have got juju. So I want to see juju now.
So you want Tanzania players only?
Yes, I want them. I want them any day, anytime. Anyone.
So
anyone.
Do you want Dula again?
Njanja.
All right.
You are next.
So when is your next race?
I'm not sure. I will confirm.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is MCHANA Pub and Grill in the heart of Nairobi City. This is getting hot. It's getting lovely. It's boiling nicely. But trust me, all the best players in Africa are coming to MCHANA. We have Ganda confirmed, Fikoti confirmed, we have Arden Joseph confirming. So everybody will be here at MCHANA in the heart of Nairobi City. The best pool club in Africa, if not in the world. Trust me, it's going to be not business as usual. Welcome to MCHANA Pub and Grill, the heart of Nairobi City. Thank you so much, people. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good night. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm having some water. All right.
Hello?